Hello, my friends. Good morning, everyone. I'm out on my back porch, and this is my uh, raised oblong planter that I have been raising worms in, and I have one that's right next to it as well. I'll show you that one. And so I kind of run them together to see, if left is doing well. Let's see what right can do. So just about 4 days ago, I came through here and I uh, took a banana split, as I called it, and it was just a banana that instead of cutting the peel up, I actually slit the banana and then opened it up and then took banana peel and strawberry tops and what have you that I had added just a little bit of water to and put them in my NutriBullet and made this slush, very, very palatable, gooey, what have you. And then I stuffed it back into the banana, and then I put a little bit of bedding down and I put that banana in there. And it was very cold. It hadn't been frozen, but it was the contents of it were very, very cold. It was like a slushy. And so anyway, my purpose is to try and get the worms to move over. I have all of this real estate here, and I'm hoping that the worms would migrate over here so that I could then start to process just a little bit of this castings that just look beautiful. And so, like I said, it's only been 4 days, and being Mrs. Antsy, I wanted to see if I could just maybe get a little bit of castings up and just see what they might look like. So let's just give it a little shot here and see if I can pull off just a little bit. I don't, oh, I see a nice big cocoon there. I don't know if you see that also. We'll just toss that over. And there's a few little unprocessed. This originally was Miracle Grow potting soil. That's all it was. There's another cocoon. But the way I run this is it's just for my benefit, and I take off just a little bit of the top, and I use this if I'm planting something, and I add just a little bit of this nice rich soil into it. That's certainly better than anything that might come from, no offense to Miracle Grow, but Miracle Grow. And I just get like a little pie pan full, and then I add that to some soil if I'm starting things out. As you can see, it's just probably, oops, I see a worm there. Fred the worm. Anyway, I figured that probably after a few days, they're probably not going to be making a mass migration. This is a little bit of paper. It was shredded paper that was added into it at one point. I really need to buy a couple sieves. Anne over at Plant Obsessed has a really nice channel. If you ever get the chance to go over, she's very good at what she does, and she's been doing it a long time. And on her Amazon site, she has these sieves that she uses, and they come in different fineness. Is that the word I want? The holes are different sizes. So far, so good. Really nice, huh? Oop, another cocoon there. Oops, I think I dropped it. I don't know how anybody else feels, but whenever I am planting this stuff and I go ahead and put it out in the garden, if I'm doing it here on the backyard, on the back porch, if I see a cocoon, well, then it goes back in the See, there's a dark one too. It goes back in here. But if I'm out in the garden and I've missed it and I see one out there, well then I just feel like you're on your own. And the funny thing is that months later I'll go back and I will see red wigglers in my garden soil. And I know they're not supposed to be able to live. They're composting worms, and I know they're not supposed to be able to live like a earthworm does, but especially in my pots. They seem to be just fine in the pots. I think probably because the pots stay more moist and the pots have those nice roots. They can eat the roots if they want. Does anybody else feel that way? You know, that do you feed your worms roots? Do you know, when you're feeding them vegetables, do you cut the roots off the vegetables, or do you go ahead and throw everything in there? So, you know, I don't think the worms are that discerning whether it's a live root or whether it's a root that's been cut. There are, I'm seeing cocoons just in every bite. It's like an almond in every bite. Look at there. Can you see that? There's 2 cocoons. Is that a cocoon also? I don't... Amazing. Amazing how many there are. I could start a cocoon nursery, couldn't I? Oh, what a good idea. I think maybe once the weather cools off, we'll have a cocoon nursery and we'll see how that works out. Well, that's just a nice amount. Oops, there's another cocoon. There's another cocoon. Goodness. It's like a nursery. Look, there's another one. As I mentioned, Anne at Plant Obsessed, she has Amazon store, and she keeps mentioning these little trays that she uses, and I've seen her use them, and they're pretty nifty. I guess after 13 years of doing this, I ought to treat myself and there's another one, and buy a sieve versus doing this handful at a time. So anyway, that's it. That's some beautiful castings with more cocoons in it. And of course they're really moist. If they had dried out, then they would probably be a lot more powder, not powdery, but you know, more granular. Isn't that amazing? My goodness. There are more and more and more cocoons. I may have to go through this and look at it again so I'm not throwing too many cocoons out into the yard. And I think we'll stop there. I just wanted to share that with you, that I'm going to start harvesting over here a little bit, just to see if I can get a little bit of this at a time, and then as this side gets lower, I'll keep this side higher, and then I'm going to come back in probably in another few days, and we will uncover this and see if we have a worm ball in our with the banana. And I'm kind of, I want to do it so bad, but I really want to wait and let them have a week of time to themselves. So anyway, that was all I wanted to show you today, and I hope everybody is having a great day. And I'll just real quick just slide you out of my little thing and show you my lovely backyard. This is September 21st, I believe, and the last day of summer. Wow, hey, it's the last day of summer. So, hey Mother Nature, tomorrow is the first day of autumn, so maybe you'll send us some cooler weather. If not, I'll be out here anyway. So take care, everybody, and I hope you'll come back and see me again real soon, because you know I'll be here. Bye-bye.